Ready?
Wait. Go.
Da 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 da
Hey
da.
now.
Da da
Yeah.
da da da.
Okay,
Da
let's
da da da
go.
da da ba da da
Woo!
da da ba da da
Yeah.
da 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 ba.
Go. Welcome to Let Me Ask My
Wow.
Dad podcast. I'm Gabby. That's
David, Dad, Brian.
David Dad Brian. His middle name's Dad. And we're happy to be here. Another virtual
Yes.
ep. Dad, you're next to some sort of sacrifice a virgin style religious candle. What's going on with that candle?
Well, I'm as you can see, deep in the jungle of Florida,
I'm
in a
jealous.
remote location, and it's so light in here. I needed a candle to light it up again. See that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Well, I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and I just got a bunch
Nice.
of free shit. I just got a bunch of free suitcases.
Really?
Yeah, I'd
You
show
have to
you.
show them when you unbox them.
You see?
From who? Yeah.
From a brand called Dagna Dover.
Wow. I don't get no free suitcases. I gotta buy mine.
Well, you don't ask. Oh no, I
I don't know
fucked up
who
my
to
camera.
ask.
You gotta ask.
Okay. Hello, Toomey. If you're listening to me, Toomey.
Okay, while we're here, to me, if you're listening to me. Also, Cartier would love some free stuff there.
Rolexio.
Rolexio would love some free Rolex, please. Yeah, I'll do anything for free shit. It's crazy how much I want everything to be free.
Yes.
So I got a bunch of suitcases.
That's a perfect number.
What, free?
Uh, Let me think. Yes.
Okay. Brian specific question. This is good. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
I'll sit up for this.
If you swapped souls with each other, what would you do? I would give my daughter $1 million.
I would I would take 10 million from my father.
Wait, so we agree.
It's all about money.
Wait,
Our
so we
first
both
go-to.
agree. Where I get Gabby gets money.
Yeah, well, I made out by 9 more million, so there you go.
Yeah, but you are me, so we so it's a win-win for only me.
No, across the board, it's a win because it's not happening. This is just what if.
Across the board, it's a win because this is not happening. Don't you think I deserve it though?
As do I.
So we both deserve it.
Exactly. So whoever is writing in, send me 10 million and send Gabby 1 million.
Hey, how'd that happen?
Listen, that's just the way it goes. We take Bitcoin too. That's our new thing.
That's our new thing. Wait,
I'm going to get my next tattoo right here. I would never get a tattoo on my arm, but I'm going to get a QR code right there.
I think you should. I think you should get
There
it
you
as
go.
a tramp stamp.
Oof. No, right there. No, right here. I want the QR code, Venmo,
Mm,
PayPal,
yeah,
crypto.
you should do that. That'd be so funny.
It would be funny, but
Are you still doing Bitcoin? I thought Bitcoin was over.
you got to pay attention. Bitcoin is huge.
It's huge again? Well, what
Yep.
do you mean I have to pay attention? You have to pay attention and tell me. That's what we do. That is
Right.
that is the rhythm that we've set. Don't act like I now have to research things. That's not what we agreed on.
Don't worry. It's good. I have my crypto. So from my good friend Jack that passed away, who we love, Jack Penrod, who gave me all that. I used to do a weekly call, and he would educate me on all that stuff in the whole group.
First of all, you never told me that he passed away. I hate to say this on the podcast, but oh my God.
Really?
Secondly, everyone has to read his book. What's the name of his book? I'm gonna Google it.
It's on Amazon. It's great, and it actually has in the forward. There's a quote from me. Is that he was a great guy. He was 85. We miss him. We love him.
Hold
He's
on, I'm
up in
finding
heaven.
his book because it's really amazing. It's called One Grand Adventure: Becoming Rich in Business, Family, and Life. Everyone seriously should read this book. I read it like in one sitting um at the kitchen table one day.
Yeah.
It's so incredible. He was a
What a life he led.
magical person
And a wonderful friend.
and a wonderful friend and dad. And I never really met someone like him before. He was completely self-made genius. You're different. You're different.
Yeah.
He was like this like wizard. He had a
He was a
wizard
great guy.
energy. He had a magic energy.
He made like 100 million on crypto.
Yeah, but also he came from nothing, and the way he started is he worked in a McDonald's and then started worked his way up and then started buying McDonald's. Like it's really like Jack Penrod's story is that of the American dream. Like he
It's
actually
a
did the
100%.
American dream.
Yes. And he, you know what? He lived a great life and he did the American dream. He came from nada, zippo,
Hmm.
and he made, made a lot of people happy. He invented the day party, Nikki Beach.
He created Nikki Beach.
You know why he invented the day party? Because when he got older, he had the night party, the Elbow Room in Penrod's in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. And then he was like, he was a little older. He's like, I want to go to bed earlier. So let's have a day party.
I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
He was magic. So everyone go read his book. Hated that I found out he passed away on a podcast. Thanks for that, Dad. But
You're
we're
welcome.
gonna keep this light because it's comedy, baby.
Exactly.
And we're gonna go into our first question. Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I'm ready. Okay, now.
Okay. Oh God, I need a tan. Okay. Hey, Gabby and David. Hi.
Hey.
My husband and I are in our 50s and we've been married over 20 years. Wow. Over the
Nice.
last 2 years, we've been planning to move to my hometown. My in laws don't know, but we're at the point where we need to say something. The move is in 6 weeks. We haven't said
Ooh,
anything because when we do, it's going to be a shit show. Jeez. My
why?
husband wants to go into explaining every last detail. I, on the other hand, want to be matter of fact and just say it is what it is. We're moving. We're in our 50s and it's our choice. We're confident this is the best decision. I don't want to be heartless, but I know how manipulative his mom could be. Ooh. What's your opinion for the best way to handle it? Thanks so much. You know how we feel about
Uh,
in-laws. Take it, Dad.
yeah. So you're in your 50s. So
Yeah.
already the big old who cares? Wherever you're going to move back to your hometown, unless it's Florida. Now you're in your 50s, so you're looking at, where you're on the turn. You got 9 more holes left, basically, maybe
Yeah.
less. And
Jeez.
sorry for the reality, but go to Florida.
Well,
Go to Florida.
they're moving to the hometown. It's already confirmed they're moving to the hometown. The issue is that I guess they live near their in-laws now, and they don't want the. I'm reading between the lines here, but I guess
Oh, they're moving away
they're
from the
moving
in-laws.
away from the in-laws. They're moving back to the wife's
Oh,
hometown. The husband, I'm guessing they live near the husband's parents now, and that's why they're
got
upset.
it. So it sounds like he's more upset than her because she wants to move away from them.
It seems like they both want to move away, but he wants to sort of go, he wants to like plead his case, and she's more like, fuck you, we could do whatever we want. And
Well, I mean,
which is the right way to go about that is the question.
so I would say he could go plead his case, and then she could just do whatever the fuck she wants, and then just move. What are they going to say? If they're 50, their parents going to be like 80. They're knocking on heaven's door right there. So just do what you
Or
need to
hell, we don't
do.
know them. We don't know them. They could be rattling hell's chains. We don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let your husband do whatever you want. Why is it any of your business if your
Yeah,
husband wants to go talk to his mom and explain his case? That's not, you don't have to be there. Let him do
and
it.
and whatever the case is, how about this? 2 words. Who cares?
Who
You're moving
cares?
anyway. Who
You're in
cares?
your 50s. This
If you
is your
start caring?
last chance to live, bitch.
Yeah, you're on the back nine. Just enjoy.
Also, it's like if you have kids at this point, they're out of the house,
They
right?
better be. Yeah.
If you're in your 50s, when did I move out? When I was 18, sort of. How old were you
No, that's called college.
when we were 18?
It's
Yeah,
called
but I never
college.
moved back home. That's
I know. Well, correct. You still had a room though, but
Yeah, but
still
I
do.
still ask for money, obviously, but that's never gonna stop. Yeah, I still have a room,
Uh,
but you live in a mansion. Obviously, everyone can have a room. Our family friends can have a room. Every single cousin I have can have a room.
you get a room.
You
Everybody
get a
gets a
room. You're
room.
Oprah in
It's
terms
like
of rooms.
exactly.
I don't
I'm the
have.
Oprah of rooms.
Listen, and ultimately in your house, I have a closet. That's my space. Okay, everyone can sleep in my room. I don't give a shit.
They are.
And they are, they are. Uh,
No, it's a very simple one. Just let him have his day because obviously it means something to him.
yeah.
Don't argue.
There's no
Don't
point.
argue because you're moving away anyway. So you're moving away from the problem. So who cares?
Yeah,
Going back to Jimmy Crackhorn,
and I
and I don't
don't
care.
care. Well, here's the thing. Every mom is manipulative. Like this is such a pattern in every question when they go, "Oh, his mom's manipulative. Oh, his blah blah blah." Every mom I've ever known is manipulative. It's called being a
Correct. That's their
woman.
job.
It's a
It's their
woman.
job.
Yeah, it's their job.
It's a job. It
So
goes with the uterus.
exactly. So get over it. I think when you become a mom, you just become manipulative. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Or even better, take it out on your own kids. There you
Oh,
go.
that's so true. Do a cycle of trauma.
Yeah,
It's the
get it
only
going.
way. And
Get it.
our generation is so obsessed with breaking the cycle of trauma. It's a cycle for a reason, babe. It has to
Exactly.
continue.
Keep it strong. That's why I have my candle here.
Yeah, he's doing hexes on me and my brother as we speak right now. The moment the camera turns off, he goes, ha, 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 ha. Ooh, yeah.
Uh,
I think you need to chill the fuck out, honestly. Also, you're like in your 50s. Are you still complaining about
leave
your
it alone.
in-laws?
Just leave it
Like,
alone.
it's so hack. It's so hack at this point.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Move
Leave it
on.
alone. Move on. You're already moving. You already won. So, bitch, why are you trying to find drama when there is none?
Exactly.
Okay.
Done. Solved.
Done. And she even said
This is what
thanks
this
so much.
podcast is about.
You're welcome so much. Easy. That
That's
one
what this
was
podcast.
easy.
Listen, that's why we're here. This kind of advice. I guess it's free, right?
It's free. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is.
So then,
You're
so you
welcome, by
can't
the
sue
way.
us, and you can't sue us
Yeah, because
it's
this
free.
isn't, legally, there's no binding document between us. So you can't sue us at all.
No, no money was exchanged in this advice.
I'll show you this right here.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself. Um, Next question. Next question. Did you notice I cleaned up over here a little bit? In the last episode, I realized I had so much shit all over my hallway.
Yeah, I saw that. I hear you.
And I
Nice
cleaned
job.
it up. And I
Nice
don't know if you.
rumba.
What about that? Not to brag. Okay. It's
Go ahead.
Miami. It's
Love it.
Miami that I really didn't deserve, but
Anyway, that
whatever.
you didn't even know you had, but I had it.
Oh yeah, Miami. I won an Emmy in 2020 because I was a documentary producer against all odds. I don't know how I ended up in that. And they shipped it to my dad's house. I was like, what?
I'm like, I want to know.
Being bummed is so funny. I won an Emmy. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
Not today, bitch. Not today. Someone else in this house is doing something for once. Uh-oh.
about time. About time. I'll bring home the bacon.
Yeah, and then I just kept it at my dad's house for a while because I didn't know what to do. I am bringing home the bacon, okay? It's just not cooked yet, but it's on the stove.
Start cooking.
It's on the stove. Okay,
Uh-oh,
quick.
I need to plug in my computer. How long do we have?
Go plug in your
Can we
computer.
pause this? 1, 2, 3, pause.
Yeah. Go get your plug. It's fine. Hey,
So, what's our next question, Gab?
hey. Okay, our next question is question number 2 even. Hi, Gabby and David. Hi.
Hi.
That was very, what's that thing that you used to blow at Temple?
The shofar.
That's very the shofar. Wow,
Oh, you like
we
it?
haven't been to Temple in so long. We just sort of stopped doing that. That was such a thing we did all the time. We were such Jews.
I gave it up for Lent.
We really grew up so Jewish. And then we all just agreed at the same time. We were like, and break.
Exactly. We just, you know what? We have the principles. Be kind to everyone.
Yes. I liked
And
growing
make
up
us-
Jewish. I think kids need a
make-
little something to believe in. And then once, you get a personality, you're like, all right, that's enough.
That's it. I love my friend's statement. He goes, I'm not Jewish, but I'm saving up to be one.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
A perfect perfect thing. Okay. Hi, Gabby and David. Hi, hi, hi. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years and we live together. For our entire relationship, I've always said that I wanted kids and he did too. Cut to, we just got into a huge fight because he dropped it on me that he actually doesn't know if he wants to have kids. I feel like he's played me and I don't know what to do. Help. This
5 years?
five
Wow.
years. It's a long time.
Well,
I think he's allowed to change his mind, but
that's a tough one.
yeah, that's hard.
That sounds like real counseling, not comedy counseling.
Yeah, sometimes you
Uh,
guys ask us these questions that are so dead serious, and I have to remind you that, like, you know, he's a rock star and I'm a clown. So I do want to remind you, I'm the only one with a college degree and it's in clown. Okay. So I do want to just quickly put a pin in this question. I do want to remind you guys that we are so deeply unqualified to give you advice.
I went to pre-med,
You went to pre-med for 1 semester, bitch. I could do that in
2 years.
All right.
That's 4 semesters if you're
I'm
counting.
so sorry. How
So
did you have
I'm
time to
qualified.
do that?
I was called 18. Um,
I was called 18.
I'm qualified to put on band-aids and give put a little tussin on that. That's what I say. There you go. Put a little tussin on your uterus and see what happens.
Robitussin?
Yes, it doesn't do anything. It's what I'm trying to say. So,
Okay. And I'm qualified
um,
to go like this. Honk, 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 honk. That's what I'm qualified to do. So, like, just keep
so
that in mind.
take that with you.
Take
Okay,
that.
so
Okay.
so no, let's really get to the meat of this. Ready,
No, we
Gab?
got
This is
we got
my
this. Go ahead. You got it.
5 years. So I don't know how old they are. So that's
It's giving
maybe
20s. It's giving 20s, maybe early 30s.
remember you only the baby making machine starts to run out. As you're getting closer to 40, then you're done.
Yeah, but
So
that's not really true anymore. Like, people are freezing their eggs. Eva Mendes had a kid at 45. Like, people
yeah,
are
but they
having
use
kids
a
in their
younger.
40s.
Yeah, they put in a younger oven.
Yeah. That's fine. No, they had them.
Oh, but not with like all because as you know, you're born with all your eggs.
Yeah,
A
and then
woman
they
is born with all of
slowly
eggs
rot.
once a month, and then by the time you get to 40, it's like that egg ain't gonna float. It's
No,
rotten.
no, you can't cook that egg, honey. You throw that egg out.
Woo,
But
stinks.
now everyone, the science is there, Dad. We've been to the moon. People are freezing their eggs. They're on ice cubes in Midtown. Like, that's not a huge concern anymore.
Okay. So then I say, you know, uh, if you want kids and he doesn't want kids, then that's a big divide right there.
Yeah. Because you don't want to
So,
convince him to want kids, because then he has to be
well, then
that
he'll hate you
dad.
forever. Then he'll
Yeah.
hate you
Then he'll
forever.
resent
Just go,
you.
yes, just go find some rich older guy.
It's horrible advice. Oh, that's
That's
yep, there you go.
that's what I say.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know
Words
what?
of
To
wisdom.
double down. You know what? That's what I say.
Go find a rich old guy.
Yeah, I think, girl, this is a open and closed case, babe. If you want kids, he doesn't want kids, don't waste any time. You're rotting from the inside out and from the outside in. You need to get a bun in that oven quick, okay?
By an
So
old
cut him
rich guy.
loose. By an old rich guy, I mean, there's benefits there too. Or you could just find someone who also wants kids. Depends on who
Nah,
you are. Nah.
go with an old rich guy because they're not going to be around long. You got the kids, you got all his money, and then you're like, woohoo!
And then you could actually just go back to this guy afterwards, because then it doesn't matter if he wants kids or not. You have all the power, you have all the money, and he doesn't even have to be a dad.
There you go. Another problem solved on this podcast.
Yeah, I think cut this loser loose, okay? He's allowed to change his mind, and so are
So
you.
are you. That's right.
Yes. Bye
What's
bye.
good for the goose is good for the gander.
You say bye bye, gotta go, G2G, bye bye bye. That's what you say, right?
There you go.
There you go,
Okay.
period.
Next question.
Last question. Gabby and David, hello.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. My daughter is 4 years old. She's interested in music. What instrument should she first learn? Dad, that's a good one. You go.
What do you think?
I don't know. Obviously, I don't think you're. Are you going to say piano? Because you didn't even start on piano. You started on trumpet.
I didn't start on trumpet. My father played trumpet, and then he kind of taught me on trumpet, and at 5, and I was so terrible, and I knew I had no future. So I was like, I need at 7. I'm like, okay, enough with this. I need a future, and I took piano lessons. So in the
To know
words
that
of
at 7,
Jerry
go.
Lee Lewis,
Go.
Jerry Lee Lewis,
Sorry.
if I'm going to hell, I'm going to hell playing on the piano. Play the piano.
Huh.
There you go.
Piano.
Yes. Well, he
Pi-
was, from the South. He's from Memphis.
Piano. Yes. I love the idea of you, just a little Jewish boy at 7 going, I have no future.
With trumpet.
At the trumpet, I have no future. You
No
realizing
future.
that at 7, you thinking about your future at 7 is so David Bryan, it's insane.
Exactly. I knew.
Yeah, you were like considering your lifestyle. Yeah, I would say piano as well, but I also would throw in violin because I think there's nothing cooler. I know a comedian who plays violin on stage. I think there's nothing cooler than someone who plays violin because piano, yes, if you want to learn the bass, you could go into every genre of music through a piano. But if you
That's
learn the
correct.
violin, you could be in a symphony, and that's really exciting to me.
That was, well, you're talking about comedians. You probably don't. Henny Youngman. Henny Youngman always had a violin. He was
Really?
the king of insults. You have to look him up. I saw Henny Youngman was a big insult comic. He was one of the first ones. And I met him on an airplane once. He
No.
signed, and there was a book, 100. I bought a book in the store. It was 101 insults by Henny Youngman.
Yeah.
So we go on the plane. There's Henny Youngman, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I want him to sign my book. And he goes, hey, kid, where'd you get your hair done? In a pet store?
He immediately said that.
That's what he said to me right immediately. I didn't ask for anything. I'm walking by. He goes, "Hey kid, where'd you get your hair done? In a pet store?" And I just got mocked out by Henny Youngman. I'm like, that's beautiful.
Did you ask him to sign
Can you
the
sign my
book?
book? Yeah, sign my book.
I mean, isn't it crazy that you bought the book in that moment and then you saw him? That's crazy. And he
And
insulted
then,
you out of not
yeah,
you didn't even ask. It's clearly his passion that it just came out.
see, he knew I
That's
was going to be
so
something.
cool. That
And
is so cool.
then he faked. He was like walking around on the plane. Everything was great. And then they came in when we landed for him to get on a wheelchair. And he looked at me, he just winked. He got in the chair and he winked. It's like, I don't need a wheelchair, but I get out of here quicker.
Genius.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Actually, that is the biggest hack at airports. I really milked that when I had a broken foot. If you
Oh
say
yeah.
you need a wheelchair, you get everywhere so fast.
Well, we were when we were flying down to Florida one of the times, there was 18 wheelchairs. My father was in the business. I never saw 18 wheelchairs in the warehouse, let alone lined up, right? They were all lined up. So our friend goes, watch this, is the miracle flight. I go, what do you mean? He goes, miraculously, 15 people will walk again once we land.
It's all made up.
It's a miracle.
Oh my God. Once they're out of the gate, they're skipping to their Ubers.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Yeah. Okay. So we say piano, but also throw in a string instrument. If you're going to have her on one, have her on two.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's usually goes hand
And
in hand.
also
But you need the
make them
piano.
go.
You need the piano because you learn the treble clef, the bass clef, you understand music more, and then you can fire it up.
Yeah, but don't make the same mistake that David Bryan made, which is he didn't want to teach us himself, obviously, because you shouldn't. You should have an outside person teach. But then he
Exactly.
hired this sort of like hippie who I love to death, but he didn't make us practice at all. So I started piano when I was 5. I should be like, I should be incredible at this point. I've at 5 and never stopped, to be clear. And I know nothing about anything.
But you got great stickers and gum.
I got great stickers and gum, and I have great pitch. But
It's
I
true.
don't know anything about music theory because I said, I don't want to learn that, Anthony. And he said, okay. No fight. There was no fighting. I said, I want to memorize it. I don't want to learn the theory. And he goes, okay. Never say
Totally different.
okay to a kid.
My piano teacher's like, notice next week or don't waste my time.
Yeah, no, mine was like, woo, let's party. And I was like, I want to learn a Lady Gaga song. And he said, okay. And that was the whole thing. And I know no music theory at all. And I had to become a comedian.
You're welcome.
All right, whatever. That's our last question.
Is that our last question?
Yeah.
So much advice. I'm tired. I'm actually tired from this kind of advice.
I'm exhausted. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Submit your questions to letmeaskmydadpod@gmail.com. We love you. Bye.
Gabby is my girl.
Daddy is my dad.
We play together, we sing together.